Hello, everyone, and welcome to Doodle and Chill. And tonight we got with us Michael Derrick, the creator of the Abductables and Grayscale.
Hey,
So,
how's it going? Thank you for having me.
obviously, come on. like Adam said, you're like his favorite writer in CG, so obviously we're gonna have to
Oh,
have you on. And like I told
I,
you, we just realized that I was sure that we had him on before for Grayscale and Doodle and Chill, and he said no. So I'm like,
yeah,
oops.
and you kind of made me doubt that, so I had to go check on YouTube. I scrolled down through your videos, I didn't see it, so I was like, no, that definitely didn't happen. But yeah.
So we'll be covering both of them.
I mean, I haven't been here in like 2 months, so you know this is a monumentous occasion.
Yeah, I don't think Adam, it's been a really long time since we talked. I mean, I haven't really been doing too many streams lately, but even before that, I feel like it's been a while. So yeah, good to talk to all you guys.
It's good to see you well, brother.
Yep.
Yes.
Can't wait for the second one, even if I haven't had the chance of reading the first one yet. I really like the concept, dude. It's come on.
Are
Oh,
you
thank
gonna do? Are you gonna? I know I spoke with you a while ago that you had some like leftover copies. Like I'm assuming you're gonna sell those on the next campaign.
Yeah, we definitely we didn't overprint by a lot, but we do have a few extra copies of the original print run, so we'll definitely be selling those when the sequel campaign launches. If there's a demand for it, we might even do like a new print run, just like a stripped down version of the first one. We'll see what the demand's like, and I'm actually not even sure how many extra copies of Abductables one I have, so I'll have to check that out. And yeah, it'll be like a limited edition perk to get the original copy.
That's good shit. Because I know. I mean, what you made just over 10K on that one, didn't you?
Oh no, we were around like 7,400.
Oh, was it? I was thinking you cracked that 10K barrier.
No, yeah, haven't reached that milestone with the campaign
Nah,
yet.
you probably
Maybe one
opened.
day.
You probably opened it with Canadian money.
It's coming, brother. It's coming.
Well, I actually like to use my low funding amount as bragging rights because like I feel like within like Indiegogo CG, like our backer number ratio to like how much money we actually raise is pretty off kilter, and I think that's a good thing because it kind of shows just how low we keep the prices and how many backers we actually get. So like for example, we actually did beat with the Grayscale campaign. We actually beat the funding amount we got for abductables. We're a little over 8,000. But I mean, as far as backers, I mean, we're getting close to 300 backers at this point. So I'm
Oh
very
damn, dude, that's a good amount for
Yep.
a
yeah,
a relative nobody
yeah,
like
definitely.
myself. No offense,
And
but
oh no, yeah, and
It shows that people
so
like the abductables too.
mhm.
To be following you
Yeah,
into a new IP like that, that's quite good, dude.
yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, I think it's good to have just throw multiple ideas out there. I think for the foreseeable future, it'll definitely just be alternating between abductables and grayscale. But obviously, in the future, I definitely want to do some other stuff. But for now, it's all about
Yeah, but
abductables and grayscale.
what I mean is you came out with one book and then you come out with a second IP and people got behind it and even more. Meaning it's a good sign that people really like the first
Yeah.
one and they like what you're doing, because they followed you on another character that they don't know nothing about.
hmm
So
Yeah, and that's the main thing right now is just kind of like since I am, still fairly new to all this, like just getting my name out
sure,
there
man.
and letting people see what I can do. So
Okay, okay. Sorry, my kid came in.
I mean, we all got to start somewhere, and as long as we're seeing growth, that's really all that matters. Even if
mhm.
it's just a
Yep.
sub, it all counts.
Yep.
Yep.
But I think that's what's important, and that's why we're noticing. Like he has 350 backers, 300 and something backers. That's good.
Yeah,
So
I think the
I'm pretty sure that people will be satisfied with Grayscale and come back for that abductables, and I think that one's gonna be even bigger, dude.
Yeah, I'm very we launched the pre-launch page for Abductables 2, and I'm pleasantly surprised by how many people are actually signing up to the mailing list. So that's definitely a good sign. So
Yeah, and Canales has also grown as an artist and as renowned, you could say.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
you are still sticking with Canales?
Oh yeah, yeah. I you know I could pretend to blame him for it taking so long to get the sequel out there because he is so high in demand. Everybody's hiring him for their book, and rightfully so. But
And me included.
yeah. But I mean, it is kind of my fault that it took so long, just because I wanted to do Grayscale right after Abductables, but I mean, I think it works out because I mean it's a little over a year since the last one, so if we could do one book a year per franchise, I think that's a pretty good rate to get these books out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and originally you didn't intend on like Abductables was really supposed to be a one shot, wasn't it? And then you were
Hmm.
like, oh, I'm gonna do a sequel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was no initially there was no plans for anything beyond just the one shot, but throughout the creation of the book, it just kind of dawned on me that there was I just got a really good idea for like a sequel where things just get bigger and better and crazier. Um, I think collaborating with Canales and just seeing him actually draw my script definitely gave me a lot of ideas. So yeah, it's the sequel idea just came about organically. It wasn't part of the plan.
And the artist on Grayscale is PK. Am I right?
Yes, PK Santra.
And that one is going to be fulfilling soon too. You say you're going to be closing it soon.
Yeah, our uh, fulfillment date or like deadline is September.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that we're gonna make it, unfortunately. But either way, um, my plan originally was to just keep the book open um, during fulfillment, because I know that when people see like other people getting their books, it kind of drives sales because they can actually see like the physical copy. But worst case scenario, if we don't hit our September deadline, I'll definitely be closing the campaign before then. That's just the way I want to do it. I wouldn't feel right just keeping it in demand like and
Forever.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I think that'll drive sales too, because as I think I was saying this off air, that a lot of people wait till the last minute, myself included, to actually back a book. So once people know that like it is coming to an end, I think a lot of people will get on board. Last call, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. So, like, but that one can wait a bit. I'll get the one that can't wait right now. And then you
Yep.
go, fuck, I didn't back that one and it's closed. That
That's
happens.
how that's how I do it now.
That's
Yep.
happened to me a few times. So don't be like me. Don't wait till it's too late.
Don't be like Mike.
Well, it always throws me off because you always assume that all these campaigns just go in demand forever, but like no, there's some campaigns that they'll close like right after funding. So
Yeah,
you.
Malin was always notorious for that on his
Mhm.
job breakers on Graveyard Shift 1 and 2. It was 60 days and that was it.
Yeah.
And then he actually, with the last one, he came back and he did the Huerta cover, which that's the one that I was able to get.
Mhm.
And luckily, because I did at the time, like I was like, all right. When he launched, I was like, okay, I got 60 days to come up with the money to get this book, and then that 60 days went by, and I was like, fuck, bills to pay and shit.
Yeah.
So I jumped as soon as when he did the Huerta cover. I was like, boom, I gotta get that. I mean, I love Huerta. He's one of my favorite artists.
Definitely. Yeah, and everybody has their own philosophy when it comes to crowdfunding. Like a lot of people do go about it different ways. I think I kind of lean towards John Malin's approach, though. I think it's important to because he doesn't just keep it in demand forever. Like there is that, you know,
Urgency.
urgency. It's like a limited time. You really got to back
But
it. Um,
there's another thing that you shared not too long ago on Twitter that I agree with you 100% is the fact that we're supposed to offer a collectible, like a
mhm.
deluxe edition. Like we're offering you something that's not something that we'll be selling off the Amazon or anywhere after. We're supposed to offer you something special first, and then after that, if you want to do a more direct
Yeah,
edition, we do it. But we're supposed to offer you something deluxe or something special in the first campaign at least. And I agree with
yeah,
that
That's
100%.
true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like you guys get in and investing, so it's like, you're getting the deluxe print that the production team would get type of thing.
hmm
Like if that makes
yeah.
sense as an example, like we're a big production team. We'll have a special one for us that'd be hardcover, and we'll give the regular to other people. And we'll sell that one. That's the bit of the idea. Is like you come in, you offer the special edition, something that's very collectible, that's unique, that you won't be reprinting that much. That's not going to be the commercial one. That's why people
hmm
pay a bit more for them and
That's
get
true.
it
Yeah,
from the get go.
it,
Yeah,
and that's the thing about crowdfunding is it's not as simple as, oh, you're just buying a book off of Amazon or
yeah. It's
at the
not just
bookstore.
pre-sale. Yeah.
Yeah, they're when people back in Indiegogo, they're actually funding the creation of the book. So
Mhm.
it's definitely important to make it as special as possible.
Yep.
Um, and that's why I try to throw in as much stuff, even if it's just something simple like signing the book or adding a
Mhm.
thank you page in the back, anything I can think of to make it more special. And then of course, like if you know if and when I do sell like these books like on the direct market, like through Amazon or just direct sales, like it will be a different version of the
Yep.
book, like whether it's a different like a variant cover or something, but it'll kind of be like a stripped down version. It
Or
won't have all the
a lower
yeah
quality print, more direct edition type.
yeah
Yeah, I believe that one of our best plans is technically a mix of the medium and the French approach, meaning we reduce the quantity of them, we augment the quantity of pages in it. And we're doing the opposite of Marvel and all the mainstream, which is let's finance sell you as many floppies as we can. Then after that, we'll offer you a trade, and then after that, a deluxe edition. No, we'll do it the other way around. Here's the deluxe edition. Thank you for believing in me and investing in my dream. And after that, I'll do a direct edition.
hmm yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hail the chat. We got Chimera hanging out. We got
Ooh.
Drawing Acid, Frog G, Keynote Subway, Ted Layman, Zayd Comics is in the chat, not on the stream. What a loser. Uh,
He's at work.
Yeah.
I don't care what his
He's
excuse
stuck
is.
at work.
I don't care what any of it. No, don't care at all.
Yeah,
All-star
it's,
lineup in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
hail the chat.
recognize
Thank you
all of
guys
them.
for hanging
That's
out.
awesome.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Hex
let-
Allen Comics says Sim never looks at the chat. Yes, no, he doesn't. He's busy. He's busy. He's drawing and running the stream.
on Doodle and Chill, I can't really keep track with the chat. That's why I like to have those my co-hosts with me, and I appreciate them a whole lot.
Well, and that's why originally we did this as like a rotating thing.
Mhm.
Like Sim was rarely ever the actual host of the show because it's a lot of work to host the show and draw. So like that's why Phil or myself or Red Gaze would actually host and be the entertainment and interact with the chat while Sim drew beautiful pictures.
And we had
See,
Nick with us before too. Before he took
yeah,
his
and before
stream.
that we had Nick.
Mhm.
Now you just have you got me drawing my Wonder Woman 1984 variant of Abductables.
And one of the things that I'm proud of is we also got like people that are non-artists to draw on the stream, which is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a professional artist over here.
Remember, it started with Red.
Red, he's the people's champion when it comes to drawing.
Yeah, he's the people champion from Doodle and Chill.
It takes a real talented artist to use MS Paint and pump out the beautiful work that he would do.
I tried to get Aaron to come show off his as fuck series, art style, but he didn't want to.
Oh no, it's his birthday today.
Yeah, I know.
Happy birthday, Eric Calamari.
Happy birthday, Aaron.
Yeah. Birthday.
Happy birthday. Go back more lethal.
Yes.
Great looking book.
Yep. With Canales on.
Yeah, some more Canales. The dude's everywhere. I I was actually in a thread where, of course, these SJWs, they love to rag on Canales because he's just very outspoken and he doesn't give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
But they love to always bring up like the one or two panels from the original Iron Sights that just they're subpar, right?
Yeah,
I mean, even I can say that. Even Canales will admit that they're not great, right? But from then to now, Canales has drawn more pages than anyone else, probably in the mainstream, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
And his work has it excels with every single page that he does. But the only thing that they have to rag on is those one or two panels from Iron Sights. And I brought that up. I was like, you know what? I was like, this dude has drawn more pages than anybody else out there. And he's at the top of his game right now, but all you guys can do is rag on the one or two panels from 3 years ago that, okay, they're not that great. Like I said, even Canales will tell you, like, yeah, it's not that great. But he's really come into his own since then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the difference between CG and the mainstream right there is like, we could admit, okay, something isn't as good as it should be, or, we can point out quality issues. But then the people that call out Canales' art, they'll say that the new Wonder Woman variant cover, there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
but
So,
dude, it's to me, it's hypocritical. It's fully, it's stupid, dude.
yeah.
How many fucking mistake was done in all the classic comics? It's a common trait in comic books because usually comic books are made to be done faster. Like you have a day or two to produce a freaking page, so you can't do everything perfect, and sometimes you won't be at the top of your game and all thing, and you'll make some mistakes or you'll forget like a gun holster on one page because you just were burning
Yeah,
through them.
you were
Well,
flying through it.
Yeah.
yeah, and people forget about Iron Sights that the original one, like, it wasn't intended like this the original Iron Sights with Canales, that was like a Patreon project that, like, this was way before like Indiegogo blew up and all these six-figure campaigns were everywhere. Like, this was just like a small like labor of love between him and Richard C. Meyer just for the Patreon backers. So it's like he didn't know that there was going to be this huge spotlight on Iron Sights, so it was just kind of just like a fun book to put together. And you could see like the first pages of Iron Sights compared to the last ones. Like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of that is just improving as an artist. But I think Canales like realized, oh man, the spotlight is really on, and he stepped up his game, on
Mm-hmm.
purpose. So
But the more you do, the more it's like one of the things that you learn a lot is the finish not perfect thing, and you have to be able to trust and wing it because otherwise it just doesn't. It'll just take too much time, right? And
mm,
the crunching time, it's one of the ones where you learn the most. Crunching, 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 crunching. Then you look back, you go, I'm not really happy about it. Then you make the other one better, and it's one of the best way of evolving
mm.
because otherwise you become stagnant.
That's true too.
And it's one of the only way of being able to stay relevant and humble also at the same time because you always have to up your game in a way.
Mhm.
Well, if you stay always in your safe zone or
Well, and I'm pretty sure he's even said that about CG, like, being around so many other talented artists that are constantly pushing you to be better,
mm-hmm.
it makes you, well, want to be better and,
Yeah.
up your game to the best of your actual ability and not just settle for, oh, this is okay. It's passable.
Yeah, that's the difference between healthy competition and unhealthy competition. Healthy competition is going, oh, great job, but I'm gonna do better. Hold on. Type of thing that's inspirational, right? Like, I like what you did there.
Yeah,
The other
like,
one is
yeah.
like,
How can
oh,
I work that into my own stuff?
well, the other one is, let's put everything down because he's better than me. That's not how it works. Because that's relative, dude. You could have a fucking great artist doing a book that won't sell, and somebody that will be like not as good as an artist, and his book will sell more because idea, the story, maybe it relates to more people. Who knows? Some people just sell for art, though. That's one of the things a lot of people complain about the image years. But I like those books. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So nice alien, Adam.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah, I think the fupa is really coming along nicely.
Hey, you like that? I thought that
Yeah.
was good.
Now we got a butt here.
What's everybody
Plump
else
up
for?
those cheeks.
By the way, you're muted, Brendan.
Sim's putting me to shame.
Yeah,
Damn
I know.
Ooh.
And we got Michael here.
Oh man.
Yep.
I didn't even realize Brandon was here.
Mhm.
Have you spoken at all?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I made that funny joke earlier.
And
Too
here's
busy
mine.
focused in on those butt cheeks.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like a kind of like a White Snake video.
You know what's funny is that there is, not to give too much away, but there might be something that kind of reflects what Brandon's working on there in Abductables too. I'll leave that to your imagination on how that's going to play out. But yeah, there might be some sexy gray action.
Ooh.
I mean, as sexy as a gray can be, but you know.
We have a question from Brian the Observer in the chat. He says, "Do aliens get morning sickness?"
Well, I mean, their whole the way they give birth is just kind of messed up. If anybody read the original Abductables, you've seen what a gray mother looks like, and it's not pretty. It's yeah.
Thank you for not spoiling this for me.
Well, that's the thing is like I still need to figure out how much to promote Abductables 2, how much of the plot of the original I should give away, because the events of Abductables 2 directly lead out of the crazy ending of the first one. So it'll be a tightrope to walk to promote the new book without giving too much away about the original, I think.
I'm guessing as long as you don't get anything away from the punch at the end or something, you could still wait.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess you could technically call the ending the plot twist. I mean, the whole premise is kind of a plot twist in a way, but yeah. Suffice it to say, I think I'll just put it this way: through a strange twist of fate, the abductee in book 2 ends up working for the very grays that he slaughtered in book 1. So, if you're interested in how the hell that happened, stay tuned.
You gotta
good.
work it like. I mean, did you ever read like the previews catalog, like for like DC Comics? Like, I mean, Image Comics was in there too. Like the previews. Obviously, they were doing previews like 3 months in advance.
Yeah.
So the descriptions of the books were very like ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of like what you just did there. Like
yeah.
you just gotta run with that angle.
Yeah, I think I'm getting some good ideas for like how to promote it. Like Abductables 2 is basically degenerate Buck Rogers, just a guy going crazy through. The first one was very. Abductables 1 was, it was very. I guess you could say it all takes place, on one set piece. He jumps from a couple different ships, but it basically all just takes place on a UFO. With some flashbacks here and there, but with Abductables 2, he's traveling all over the galaxy, going to different planets, and like the scope is just a million times bigger. So it's gonna be pretty crazy.
So you just like I said before, Abductables was originally a one-shot story, and did you decide like while you were writing it that you wanted to expand more, or was it after you were like finished? You were like, you know what, I want to expand on this story. Like, how did how did the second one kind of come into play?
I don't remember the exact moment, but I think it did happen during the script writing process because when I pitched the book to Canales, like I had only written like the first like 5 pages or so. Like it really was just kind of like a high concept with the first few pages of script written. So once he agreed to do it and he started drawing it, that was when I really had to sit down. I was like, okay, I actually have to finish.
Oh god, I
Right.
actually
Yeah.
right. Holy shit!
Yeah, because it was weird because like weirdly awesome because when I pitched it to Canales, like he came back like with the first page like right away, like he already started drawing. I was like, oh damn, we're really doing this. Um, yeah, right. So I think the idea for the sequel definitely came about just through the writing process, and like I said, just seeing Canales's art bring it to life, I think that definitely started getting my brain working towards like, wow, there's a lot we can do with this concept. Yeah. And I should say this is actually going to be a trilogy, believe it or not. Yeah, but in the same way that Abductables 1, even though there is obviously the sequel coming, it does stand on its own. I believe it does have a satisfying ending if it were to be left there. The same could be said of Abductables 2. Even though there will be a third one somewhere down the line. It's important to me, especially since these books are crowdfunded, to make them as complete works as possible, rather than just having like a cliffhanger ending. Because these books aren't coming out monthly, so it's important to give people as much as possible,
To give them
as much
closure,
story
at
as
least.
possible.
Yeah. At least
Yeah.
a feel of closure at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's definitive closure for Abductables too. This it's the comparison I'm always going to go back to is that Abductables 1 was Ridley Scott's Alien, and Abductables 2 is James Cameron's Aliens, in terms of just a complete tonal shift and like expanding on what was set up in the first one and just going balls to the wall. It's definitely it's a unique book for sure.
So, let's see where Adam is at. Oh, rock on.
Yeah, I felt like he needed, I don't know, some devil horn, some rock and roll, like back Abductables.
Go sub to the mailing list now. Are we getting something special with the mailing list?
Yes, you will. Anybody who signs up to the mailing list will receive access to a free trading card when they back the book. So,
Oh, sweet.
yeah, that seems to be kind of the go-to perk for these pre-launch campaigns. So I figured I'd get in on the action and offer people a trading card, which
Who's
is
doing
nice.
the trading card?
I haven't decided yet. I'm not sure which art I'm going to use for it. If I get like a unique art, or if I'll use the big piece of art to promote the book is this awesome headshot that Ink Spots did, the colorist of Cash Grab. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's kind of like the main promo image for the mailing list. But yeah, maybe we'll use that. Maybe we'll do something unique. Haven't decided yet, but
Holes in the line. I'll be done soon. Not bad. So how many pages was the first one?
first one was 52 pages. The second one's going to be 60 pages. So
Ooh, coming up in the world.
yeah, and
We
it's
got-
gonna be full color, which is another upgrade from
What?
the previous one. Yes.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. First off, I want to hail El Gargoyle in the chat. He asks, "Do you have lawn chairs?"
I don't know if anybody else gets that reference, but that just gave me PTSD. That's an inside joke from a previous stream that Yeah, I did with ink spots, where for some reason it kept going back to lawn chairs, and I still don't know what that means. I don't know if that's like a code word for something, but it's
It's
very
something.
disturbing.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so back to what you just said there. It's going to be in full color.
Yep.
Is Canales coloring it?
We haven't locked down a colorist yet. We don't know what we're gonna do as far as that, yet. I I would love to have Canales color it, but I don't know if he wants to color it because that's just more work for him. Um, but yeah, we'll definitely make a big deal of it when we announce who's going to be actually coloring the book.
Ooh, that gives me tingles because yeah, I mean, I love the black and white of the first book for sure. I mean, Canales is his work on grayscales is out of this world. Like
Hmm.
he,
Yeah, it's kind of his signature at this point.
yeah, I mean, and honestly, that's why I wanted to work with him because the book that I am working on, like I had planned to do it in black and white because it's set in the 1940s. So it's like, okay, black and white would just be perfect for the tone of the book.
Yeah.
Canales' black and white grayscale is bar none. Nothing that I've seen so far can compare to it. No offense, Sim. But
I don't know. You kind of posed there to expect that there was one.
well, okay. Bloodhunt is in black and white. Abductables is grayscale.
Yep.
Almost everything that Canales does is in grayscale. It's not a true black and white. He does the
Yeah.
gray tones just like he's coloring.
Yeah, exactly.
So there is a large difference, and I know there's a lot of people out there that will say that grayscale is black and white is grayscale. You're wrong. You're all wrong. You're ignorant. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's why it's a different printing too. There's black and white and grayscale.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. These plebs don't understand that though, Sim.
Yeah,
Don't,
I would have.
don't get snobby, guy. Don't get snobby.
You, by the way, you are locked on my terrible alien creature right now.
Okay, so let's lock on Brendan for a little
There you
bit.
go. Yeah, I gotta go get my kids some chocolate milk. I'll be right back.
So what else can you tell us about the second issue?
Yeah, just like I said, it's gonna be bigger and better. The fact that it is in full color, like we with Abductables 1, we had a like a 20,000 to get the book colored. Obviously, we didn't meet that. But for Abductables 2, I knew it was important to have it in full color just because I think it just for artistic reasons more than anything. Because as much as I love Canales' work with grayscale, actual grayscale, not the comic
Mm-hmm.
grayscale. Just the way that book 1 transitions into book 2, I think it had to be full color. Book 1 is very, like I said, it takes place on a ship. It's kind of got that retro sci-fi vibe. Ductables 2, it's all about expanding the world and seeing the entire galaxy and going to all these different planets. So I felt like, going from black and white or grayscale to full color, it just that kind of plays into the
The narration type of thing.
yeah, like what we're going for with the book, just
Mm-hmm.
bigger and better. It's like a whole, seeing this whole new world, and so I think it'll be a nice transition to seeing everything in full color.
It's like just seeing the reaction of people since you announced the fact that it's coming. Everybody's like excited about it. I think it's
Yeah. I knew a lot of people were excited for it just because I've been getting a lot of ever since the campaign ended, people have been asking me when they can get a copy, but I'm definitely pleasantly surprised by just how excited people are. So that definitely gives me hope for the campaign.
Mm-hmm. And people say CG's dead. Oh yeah, all I have to do now technically is the background and the left arm.
Looks incredible.
Thank you. I'm not talking much because I'm trying to do a quick ink sprint. I like those little exercises. It's how I started doing all those fan arts, right? It's how it gets fun. You give yourself a challenge. Let it be time or sometimes it's the design. Like you don't know shit about a comic. Sometimes when I go in, I'm like, oh, that campaign looks interesting. Let's do a fan art of that character, and all you know it's the torso part, or you don't know
Yeah.
much about the character, the way he's gonna, and then it's the fun of trying to get the mood of it and this, and then when you show it to somebody, goes, oh, dude, you got it right, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that always blows my mind, like how artists can do that, because like on paper the design for the main character of Abductables, we call him the abductee. All he really is, he's just like a big guy with big muscles, running around in his underwear.
Mm-hmm.
um, so that on paper that's very generic, but I just love how every artist that's drawn him is somehow able to like tap into whatever that unique quality is about him. It always looks like the abductee. It doesn't look like just, oh, it's just some generic guy with muscles. Like people actually are able to tap into what Canales did
Yeah.
originally.
And everybody clicks when I talk about it, and I say, to me, it's like Duke Nukem on crack.
That's a
Like
good.
when you look at him, dude, he has that Duke Nukem. Like you're
Yeah.
expecting that type of music in the back. Hey, gorgeous. That's why I put that babe there in the back there in the G string,
Yeah.
like him. I don't know if it's canon, right? I just thought it was funny, and I put it like back turn because our boobs are out just like him.
Yeah, and the irreverent for Abductables 2 is, we call him simply the Reptilian, and we'll get to know more about him and what his goals for the galaxy are. And Abductables 1, the abductee kind of he had some challenges here and there, but at the end of the day, he's a giant dude with huge muscles beating the crap out of little gray aliens. Not that much of a challenge. This time, he's actually got his work cut out for him. The Reptilian is no pushover, and he's definitely met his match. And as far as an enemy goes, so we're definitely going to see him push to his limits this time.
So let's go see where Beacon is at now. Grace sucks. I like that one with the brain.
Just mashed his face against the wall to write it.
Yeah. Speaking of,
And of course, Probe Master 5000. It's got a little tear coming down.
the Blood Hunt edition.
Yep.
It's the little details that really sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one in the back. Grace suck with the rip head. That one's a great little touch. So, about Grayscale a little bit. That's going to be what, a one shot too, or you have something? It's like a miniseries.
So that one is by design going to be probably 6 or 7 books. Still going with the idea of keeping everything self-contained, each book.
Mm-hmm.
Having a satisfying conclusion to each book. But I'm definitely book 1 definitely plants the seeds for a larger story that we're going to be telling over. Probably about 6 or 7 books.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You're planning on getting it ready right after you're done with that one, technically, like you did with the Abductables or something. You already have an idea.
What's that?
You already have a good idea what you're gonna do and gonna be starting.
Yeah. Abductables that kind of came about pretty organically, as far as like just kind of coming up with stuff on the spot. But Grayscale, on the other hand, is very, very meticulously planned ahead of time. I got everything, with room to improv and stuff. But the entirety of the story is very, it's already laid out, which is good because it gives me opportunities to, plant seeds and give people good old fashioned foreshadowing and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a pretty epic saga.
And tell us a bit more about it. Like obviously it's hard to imagine somebody doesn't know about Grayscale yet, but just in case.
Yeah. So the elevator pitch for Grayscale is that he's a superhero who controls karma. That's his superpower. He can see people's karma, which is great when you're looking for the bad guys. He doesn't have to be he doesn't have to wait for a bank robbery to be in progress or a supervillain to go on a rampage. He can actually be proactive and seek out the people with the worst karma in his city and deal with them accordingly, give them a punishment that fits the crime, so to speak.
So he's a bit of a precog type of thing.
In a way, I mean, it's the thing about it though is it's not that he can see why people have bad karma, just that they do have bad karma. So he can't see like what they did to get bad karma, but you know, he could see it in the book. It's kind of visualized as kind of like an aura that surrounds their body that he can see. So, you know, the more evil you are, the more, you know, dark black karma you have swirling around your body. So, you know, definitely easy for him to tell the good guys from the bad guys. And he operates out of Glitter City, which is like a fictional version of Las Vegas. And you know, so he has kind of a it's a place where a lot of unsavory people tend to congregate. So he has plenty to choose from as far as people with the worst karma. And you know, he is a superhero, but he's not the only superhero or superpowered character, I should say. So he's not only will he be taking out, you know, your regular run-of-the-mill scumbags, but you know, he's also got a crazy host of different supervillains that he'll be fighting as well. So it's just basically my love letter to the superhero genre, and you know, hopefully bringing something new to the table while, you know, referencing the stuff that, you know, we all know and love.
And that's the magic of comics and pop culture.
But yeah, because at this point, pretty much everything's been done already.
Yeah, but that's the thing that I don't agree with, dude. It's like I think it's a way of like diminishing what creators are doing. Like the idea is like most story have been told, right? The basic stories. But what makes it different is how you tell it, right? So you can't say that all stories have been told. Not really. Most of them have been told, but from a certain point of view, right? That's the entire premise of that little saying there, from a certain point of view. So
well, that's what
it's your approach of it that will.
All right, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I mean, a lot of people did point that out to me that surprisingly, you would think a superhero with the power of karma, like you would have think that would have been done already. But I mean, other than characters that kind of have karma-esque powers, like Ghost Rider and I guess like the Phantom Stranger or something, or the Spectre. You know, there's definitely plenty of characters with like karma-esque powers, but as far as like, no, his power is literally karma. Not only can he see karma, but he can actually give people their punishment via instant karma. Like he can give them instant karma on the spot. So whatever their proportionate bad karma is, he can deal them a punishment right then and there based on their karma. So, you know, surprisingly, no character has actually really done that that I'm aware of until now. So.
See, that's what I like about Ichi. That's what I'm saying. You could say, you know, it's like every point of the classic story, like redemption or this or that. But dude, you're gonna tell a story differently than anybody else would. So it's not true that all stories have been told. And I think it's just discouraging for some people, and sometimes it limits people on actually trying to tell something different, because they already put their, you know, they come in with their arms down a bit, going, okay, I'm just doing something that's already been done.
Well, I think it's all about execution. Like, you know, anybody can come up with a premise or a concept. Like, oh, a guy wakes up on a UFO and starts killing all the aliens. Like, that's not the most original thing in the world. But well, actually, it kind of is. I don't think anybody's done that before. But you know, it's about, like, my view is that, you know, anybody can do. Like, let's just take the gray aliens, for example. Anybody could do a story about gray aliens, but everybody's going to bring something unique to the table if they do that. You know, everybody's got their own style and the tone that they want to go about it. So it's not even so much the concepts as much as just like the
Dude,
execution.
it's
And
like in that the Merc, there I do have grays in there, and
yeah, exactly.
they're very different, and
Yeah.
they've seen it. Like Adam saw them. They're like tall, lengthy type, like Slenderman a bit more, and they're the ones I call the engineers.
Mm.
So that's why they're the most reported one, because they're the one going around doing experiment on people,
Hmm.
throughout the universe. So it's one of what I'm doing. It's very different from the tiny little one. No, they're tall as fuck,
Yeah.
and very scrawny and lengthy, you could say.
So you base it off of me.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't know you back then, though.
That's true.
Maybe I saw you on Facebook. I didn't know you were.
Like, look, this weird looking motherfucker. Base aliens off of him.
Oh, yeah, look at this weirdo. Man, he looks fucking weird. I'm gonna base some shit off of it.
Yeah, I'll never actually know. And there won't be any repercussion of it. And I'm like, oh fuck, now I'm friends with him. Shit.
So like, maybe he won't notice.
And he just did. Fuck. There you go, the little spray there. I'm pretty much done. There you go.
I like that effect. That looks nice.
Putting some brittle, and then I'll put some. You don't want to mess with that motherfucker. I would have the temptation of like giving him a whole bunch of fucking body hair, like hairy legs and shit, like very fucking masculine. But he's pretty much wax in in your book.
Yeah, that's a good point. If this had come out in the '90s, he probably would have had like full body hair. Like
I would totally draw him like that.
yeah, like the way they used to draw Wolverine, they would like put every little like thousands of little hairs
so
on his
much
body.
so much hashing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right,
so-
there's
Oh,
my
man.
beautiful abductables word for you.
Part deux.
I love it.
I like that.
This if the DuckTales one, we had like a community art gallery. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it this time around just because the page count's higher. But damn, I kind of wish we had one now because I love all these pieces of work. It's just great stuff.
Well, I will send this to you in high res. You can use it how you have my permission to use it however you'd like.
Thank you. That's awesome. I love it.
I better put my signature on it so everybody knows. Everybody knows this is an AF piece.
An AF. Dude, I'll never forget that time somebody goes, "What does the fucking AF? What the fucking AF stand for?" I'm like, "As fuck." Like, it's like that joke in the movie This Is the End. WTF? What the fuck is WTF? What the fuck?
Honestly, like AF's just my initials. Everybody else was just like, "Sweet, Adam is fuck, cool." I was like, "Yeah, cool."
Just go with it.
Catchy.
Yeah. Just I'll go with it. It works. Own it. Own it like I came up with it myself.
So, I'm gonna try and catch up with the chat a little bit. We have a guy called RCD Comics saying hell the chat. Oh, hell.
Hail Art City Comics.
Excellent, Dead. Hell, Join Aces. What's up, Ace? Brian and El Gargo.
Hail the chat.
Not bad. I was able to ink this in like less than an hour.
You're getting quicker.
You make it look so easy, but I know it's not. But damn, like
He does.
I don't know how you do that.
It pisses me off.
what takes more is the job afterwards. It's like the detailing. Like usually, I would continue and start going like more cross hatches, clean up the hand or something.
Mm.
But overall, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
I'm trying to go with more of a Keefin Bisley type of finish, like very stylized and muscles, and even the girl in the back, like, big boobs.
Makes me think we should do like an Elseworlds take on the Abductables, where it's a hot chick who woke up on the ship instead of a big muscly dude.
Dude. Dude.
Don't steal the idea for Hellzone.
Gender
the
bent
Abductables.
abductee.
I was gonna say gender bending. You after the third book comes out, after the trilogy is over, it's reboot the
You're like,
Abductables.
you thought the abductable was mature.
Yeah, man, you can get real raunchy with that.
You know what I think would be funny?
He does spend most of the first. Sorry, Sim. Close your ears. He does spend most of the first book naked.
Do you remember the Russian in the Punisher
Yes.
when he comes back with giant fucking boobs?
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. I'm actually rereading that lately. I freaking love that's like my favorite stuff is just Garth Ennis Punisher, both the Marvel Knights and the Max version. So I definitely think there's probably some influence there for sure.
So, are you guys almost all done too?
Yep.
Let's go to Michael. What's up?
Yeah. Oh,
And
no,
it's
let's
and,
just-
it, and it's still vibrating too.
Yep.
I
Yeah, you
love
got-
it.
Yeah, you got Alana here. She's a tough chick sort of character, but even she's disturbed by this. You got Azrael.
Pile of bodies.
It's like, what the hell's happened here? And then Josiah is the one who notices the obvious. Is that an anal probe?
Ooh. So that's ATM at the end. Got it.
I feel like this is like a three-way crossover. Like you've got Seven Legions coming across the Abductables after Vincent from Bloodhunt just left.
So we're gonna
That's
have to,
cool.
we're
You
gonna
know
have,
what?
we're gonna have to
That
do a
would be-
poster. We're gonna have to do a crossover poster.
That would make like a good anthology. Like, just take the basic premise of the Abductables and just have like all the different CG characters, like put them in the spot of the abductee, like just waking up on the ship and just letting it play out.
You mean like they did with Mars Attack a bit? Like you come and you go, hey, here's the Greys in that universe. Here's the Greys in that one.
Yeah.
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 Like Vincent wakes up on the ship, or
Mhm.
what's another good CG
And,
character?
we could do the Vincent one where he's on the anal probe table and they're going for it, and he's like, no, don't. I'm warning you. You'll don't.
And then you'll get gray vampires. There you go.
Oh Lord.
Dude, don't forget, he feeds off supernatural creatures and takes their abilities.
I feel like this would be a good one for SOS. Chimera's SOS, because those three fucking weirdos that are in SOS,
Yeah.
I feel like if they woke up on the Grey's table, it would go a lot like the Abductables,
Yeah,
only with a lot more drinking.
Yeah, SOS, another Canalis book, and I think this is on the campaign page, but for the new SOS Volume 2, I hope this was already like revealed, but I think that I saw art where there was like a gray character, like a little gray alien character. So I think, yeah, I think they are going like they're like going in space or something. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
So
I like the little just subtle Easter egg kind of like continuity, but like Sean Gordon Murphy used to be real good about like putting those little teaser Easter eggs in there that kind of slightly connected book to book to book in some sort of like Tarantino way. like not necessarily like all connected, but like the way that like Kill Bill is a TV show in Pulp Fiction, you know, kind of way.
Mm.
He'd do those
Yeah.
little Easter eggs in the background. Like I can't remember what series he did. Oh, it was The Wake that he did with Scott Schneider. One of the characters has a punk rock Jesus hat on. It was like a
Oh, yeah.
George Murphy, one of his creator-owned projects. Just little shit like that. I love seeing that because not everybody's gonna get it, but the keen fan who's been there for a while and followed a lot of it will be like, oh shit, like I know that.
Well, it's kind of like you know how Cecil is like in everybody's book. Like he's kind of like the Where's Waldo of Comicsgate. Like
Kinda, yeah. Yeah.
you know he's always like a background character, or you know he always pops up just as a random character. But I don't know if you guys read Necromancer from that's another Canales book that came out around the same time as Abductables, but there was a small Easter egg for Abductables in that one as well.
No,
Shit, I'm gonna have to go back and reread that because I do have that book, but I don't think I
Yeah.
remember seeing that.
Yeah, it's just like a small like you see the abductee in like the background panel. It's pretty cool.
it's that book is also with my copy of the Abductables.
Ooh la la.
I'm gonna be getting them all at the same time.
It's gonna be like Christmas when you're when all these start arriving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Brendan is still working on his and looking sexy.
That's because I didn't start 4 hours before the stream started.
Cheers.
Touche, touche.
There's no winning.
Hey,
here.
I didn't start before the show. I did this beautiful piece while sitting here.
That's true.
Mm. Can we see
What's
the
him?
piece?
What? What's him?
What? I didn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say shit. It's a great.
I feel like
It's a
I feel like
masterpiece. You know,
I need more glitter. I need more glitter. Hold on.
I was gonna say would do a great Dynamite cover.
Oh, Sim.
Canceled.
Oh, oh, you didn't.
So now we're looking at Brendan doing some lettering.
Yeah, I'm not very good at lettering. My hands are real shaky.
And it says probe this. And what is it? Okay, so before we
Very
close,
provocative.
here's the campaign. Grayscale, welcome to Glitter City.
Yes, that is
Standing at 8,155. So let's get that over 10. Let's get this to 10K. How long do we still have? You said? I forgot.
we're definitely closing the campaign at the end of September, no matter what. So I'll make an announcement closer to that time, like through the campaign. I think it's possible. You know, so that would be very cool. But yeah, if anybody hasn't already checked out this campaign, please do. Obviously, it's not related to the Abductables, but you know, speaking of Easter eggs,
Michael, I think you're lying here because this is your grays and green. So they're
Yeah.
influenced they're influenced by your grays. So
yeah,
I'm calling poppycock on your thing that is not related.
you know, I had to give a wink and nod to the previous book with these casino robbers here. So yeah, you know, definitely it doesn't take place in the Abductables universe or anything like that. But you know, if you like some of the concepts you heard tonight, please do check out my superhero book Grayscale. Yeah, also if you do want to back Abductables too, we will be launching I believe early fall. So do sign up to the pre-launch page for that as well, and you could get a free trading card in the process. So, yeah.
And the physical book is $15. What's Dark
Yes.
Age Digital? That's another different book that's not related to it, or?
Yeah. So Dark Ages is like a add-on Ashcan. This is written and drawn by Grayscale artist PK. This is his own creation, just something to offer people a little bang for their buck, a little extra bang for their buck. So you could actually get the physical Ashcan for Dark Ages at checkout if you want as an add-on perk, but we also decided to throw in the digital just in case. So yeah, if you want some more comic book content other than Grayscale, you can definitely have that option as well.
And you can be the executive producer for $150. Where the fuck is Chris?
He's right there. He's literally right there in the chat. He just said Adam did that piece all by himself. Abductables 1984.
So you had this Cementi sketch card, another sketch card.
Yeah, a lot of these are already sold out. All the sketch cards are sold out. Those did very well. Of course, Sam, you did one as well. I do appreciate that. And yeah, those were big hits. So thank you to everybody who backed those. So yeah, now other than like the main book and like if you want a digital copy, I guess the biggest perk right now is the executive producer perk. That's a way to not only get a bunch of copies of the book and pretty much one of everything, at least one of everything, as far as ash cans, sketch cards. We even throw in a digital art commission from PK and the executive producer perk. So that's kind of like get all the good stuff, and you get your name listed on the credits page as executive producer. So I think that's a great deal. And but yeah, definitely check that out.
Sim, I added an Easter egg to my Abductables picture.
That's a tattoo. I love Vincent. Awesome.
All right, I gotta run, guys.
Yeah, but we're gonna be closing anyway, so let's do this.
Well, all right.
So we got Brendan. Wanna plug yourself before we leave?
That was
Sorry.
original.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Zaid Ninja. Or you could go check out Zaid Comics on YouTube. Every Thursday I do a new draw along video where I draw usually a pinup or something like that. And you could watch that video. And back the Lost pages if you guys haven't, because Phil and I have been working really hard on making sure that thing's going to be an awesome quality book with all kinds of amazing artists from CG. And stick around for Magic Cop 2 because that's going to be launching in a few months also.
And don't forget to go check the Zaid Workshop on Etsy store.
That's true,
Yes.
yeah.
With a whole bunch of our t-shirts there, including Bloodhunt.
Yeah.
Magic Cop was awesome, by the way. Just
Oh.
throwing that out there.
Thanks,
Really,
yeah.
really enjoyed that.
Awesome, fun book. It's a great break into drawing comics, that's for sure.
And next, he's all ready.
Yep.
The Mighty
Yeah.
Beacon.
That's because he just set everything out on his desk, and his cat just trounced over all of it.
Yeah, it
Like
did.
Godzilla would.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So, Seven Legions. The print run is being printed right now. It's going to be here on the 17th. Got about 170 copies up for grabs still. So yeah, we'll be fulfilling by the end of the month. So just get in on it while you can. It's gonna be an awesome book.
And it comes perfect bound.
Yep, perfect
Ooh,
bound.
nice.
Perfect bound with a 4-pack of trading cards, a button pin, and a bookmark drawn by Sim.
Hell yeah, colored by him.
Yep.
Which was their
Awesome.
first collaboration.
Yep.
Now that's why he's coloring my shit.
Yeah.
And Michael.
Yes. So yeah, just like I said, check out my 2 campaigns. Got the main campaign, Grayscale, Welcome to Glitter City, about a superhero who sees and controls karma. And then we also got the pre-launch page for Abductables 2, the highly anticipated sequel to that one book about the big muscly guy who killed a bunch of Greys last year. I think if you missed out the first time, you definitely get a chance to back it again to get the first book this time with the sequel if you missed it. And the second book is going to be even bigger and better. It's going to be pretty much insane, as crazy as book 1 was. That we're cranking up the action even more. It's I say that the comedy to action ratio in Abductables 1 was probably like 60% comedy, 40% action. With Abductables 2, it's probably 80% action, 20% comedy. So it's still going to have that lighthearted kind of.
Let down, man.
It's still going to be funny. It's still going to have the comedy. It's just going to be wall to wall action, just page after page of gratuitous violence, and it's going to be awesome.
All right, you redeemed yourself with gratuitous violence.
Yep. And
Humorous gratuitous violence. There you go.
last but nonetheless, my brother Adam.
Yeah, check me out, Art City Comics on YouTube. You can go to artcitycomics.com to find links to all the fun stuff, Twitter page, YouTube page, all the projects that I'm currently working on that are live right now, including we got Deep Well and More Lethal. I'm also working on The Gods Fear Me. We'll go ahead. Let's give a little teaser while I've got this up right here. We'll just there's a little teaser image. I'll be uploading a time-lapse video of me working on this page later. If not tonight, probably tomorrow, so you can see all the hard work that goes into putting these beautiful letters on the page.
From YouTube show host to pro letterer and going after the pro letterer of CG title.
I'm trying. I'm definitely I'm working on it. So we got More Lethal, Deep Well, The Gods Fear Me, and 1, 2, 3, 4 unannounced projects right now.
Take that, Eric Withers.
Yeah, bring it, son. Bring it.
Yes.
Coming to claim that throne.
Yep. And he's getting busy with his own work, so it's an open window for you, dude.
I'm gonna say, and that's the other thing is production is about to start on the Milkman, which if it doesn't launch this year, if I can't get it out before like October, I'm just gonna hold on to it till next year. I don't want to launch it like through the holiday season because we've seen how that can go sometimes. I'd rather just wait till the holidays pass and we have a new start to the fresh campaign season and launch it. So we'll see. Either way, I'll be launching the mailing list pretty soon, as soon as I get some art back that I can actually post up there. So that's right around the corner.
Nice.
So yeah, and my channel, sub, like, share. I'm doing a giveaway of 3 sketch cards and a book when I reach 500 subs, and when I reach a 1K, I'll be giving away one of those heavy metal sketch covers. So.
Oh snap, son!
I got 3 copies of them, and I'm gonna be doing one. So that you won't want to miss because it's an anniversary special edition sketch cover. And sub to Tales and Adverse, because obviously you won't want to miss that. And if you miss Blood Hunt, that's the only place you can get a copy after this. So go sub. It was nice. Thank you for coming and joining us in the chat. And see you next week because we'll be
hail the chat.
We'll be back next week.
Thanks, guys.